All right, welcome to Jonesycast again. I'm Jonesy. This is the cast. Essentially, what I do is go through Reddit and do video responses to relationship advice, dating advice, etc. Like and subscribe if you like the material. If you don't, well, that's okay. Okay. User Snizzle P. I like that. Um, she has a boyfriend but flirts with me. What do I do? She flirts with me often, and I sometimes flirt back. Oh, sorry. By the way, I will put the link in the description for anyone else who wants to check out the original post. She flirts with me often, and I sometimes flirt back at work. She constantly seeks me out at work and starts random conversations with me. She also seems to get nervous around me sometimes and even jealous when I chat with other girls. Sometimes she does things like take my hand and hold it. And if she notices a scar, she starts rubbing it. Another time, she took my hand and put a piece of paper in it. Another time, she was trying to attach a bracelet to my shirt. Once I noticed she had a mark on her face and told her, she's like, remove it for me. And I did. There's something going on here. Bro. GTFO. You need, son, I don't know how old you are, brother, but you need to get the fuck out of this, okay? Woo! Ooh. This is hot and bothered. You need to shut this down where it stands. You need to shut this down. Nothing good can come from this. It's not very often that I will go down one end of the seesaw, right? You know, but the balance of opinion between left and right or black and white or whatever. But this does not look good. Okay, let's go through this together, okay? She has a boyfriend but flirts with me. Alarm bell, son. Alarm bell. Okay, what do I do? Oh, you GDFO. Anyway, she flirts with me often and I sometimes flirt back at work. Alarm bell, son. Alarm bell. You never flirt with co-workers. I don't know how old you are, but if you haven't learned that already, you're about to, okay? The reason you don't do that is because work is a place that can get you in trouble. It's not because of, you know, like, look, a lot of people these days, they meet their significant other at work, and it happens a lot more than normal, but it also happens a lot more than normal that they then split up, right? And then it's just fucking awkward, dude. I'll put it to you this way. I'm 33. When I was 23, I worked at a supermarket here in Australia called Coles. And I was dating a girl who was 19. I was 23. She was 19. And then I became a duty manager. So I was essentially the night manager for the store. And she was working in one of the departments. And we dated and it was amazing. And then for, you know, about a year and a half later, it was a nightmare. And I mean, it was a nightmare. And not just for me. It was a nightmare for her because she had to see me all the time. And I was the one that broke up with her. And then she told me one day that I'm poison, right? I had to learn a lot of lessons to become the man that can get on the internet and just make responses. It was so bad, dude. It was so bad. And I would advise you as much as I can, just for that reason, to stop this in its tracks. Just stop it, right? Let's go on though. She constantly seeks me out at work and starts random conversations with me. Well, there's clearly something going on. She also, and I would question why she does that when she has a boyfriend. What that tells me is that she doesn't love her boyfriend or isn't loyal to him or isn't interested enough in him, right? Now that's a problem because she has made the decision to call someone her boyfriend and not act like he's her boyfriend, okay? Now that doesn't just tell me that she's done it now. That tells me that she is the kind of person to make silly decisions. To just take what she wants or go for what she wants, despite what she said in the past and the promises she's made. That's a dangerous alarm bell for you because it means if you do go further and pursue this relationship, she will maybe do it to you. I would say she probably would. But even if she doesn't, it tells me she's, fickle. She's fickle. So if something goes wrong with you, she'll just report you to management, bro. She'll just do what she wants and throw you to the wolves like she's doing to her current boyfriend while chasing you, right? She also seems to get nervous around me sometimes and even jealous when I chat with other girls. Well, she doesn't have a right to, and she should know that. But she's probably a teenager or early 20s, so I could see why she's doing it, but that's not good. Sometimes she does things like take my hand and hold it, and if she notices a scar, she starts rubbing it. So she's invading your privacy, and she thinks she can because apparently girls can, whereas guys would never do that at work because you'd be up for in HR in about yesterday. Another time she took my hand and put a piece of paper in it. Another time she was trying to attach a bracelet to my shirt. She's flirting with you, right? And that's not good. Number one, because she's got a boyfriend. Number two, because she's at work. And number three, because she didn't ask you, and she's unable to read your responses. But having said that, you've flirted back. So you've put fuel on the fire, and she's like, bam, I've got this, right? There's also the paradigm. A paradigm is a lens through which to look at something, right? There's also the paradigm of the sizzle is better than the steak. The cooking is better than the meal. The anticipation is better than the getting, right? One of the worst things that can happen to you is that you don't get what you want. Even worse than that, though, is that you do get what you want, because then you're left sitting here with what you want, and you're like, "Oh, fuck, I didn't have a plan for." It's like a dog chasing a car. What does the dog do when it gets the car, right? So the question is, if she gets you, if she breaks up with a boyfriend and then she gets you and you get her, mate, I would be freaking out with a girl like that. Once I noticed she had a mark on her face and told her, she's like, remove it for me. And I did. Of course you did. Of course you did. Because she's hot and you're dumb. That's not a diss. It's just because you're a dude, bro. You're just a bloke. And you've got hormones and you've got drives, etc., right? And you fell for it, right? Dude, this chick looks to me like a Jezebel, right? She looks like a Jezebel. If you don't know what that is, look it up. Jezebel. Look, I'm an atheist, but I'm going to tell you a story from the Bible because that's how I was raised. There's a story in the Bible of Joseph, the son of Jacob, right? Joseph gets sold into slavery by his brothers, and he ends up working for a bloke and works his way up to be the head servant, right? Then the slave master's missus comes up and starts flirting with him, and he says no. And he runs away, and she keeps his shirt. Then she takes the shirt to the master and says, he was flirting with me, right? So she sold him out because she knew that she would be believed over him, right? Because she didn't get what she wanted. Now, you need to be very careful because I don't know this girl from a bar of soap, right? And the fact that you're asking questions tells me you don't really know her or people like her. You need to be really careful, man, because this could go very, very bad for you. Not only that, what if the boyfriend gets pissed off and comes after you? Like, you're playing a dangerous game with entertaining this. You haven't necessarily done anything wrong, but if you let this go further, it could work out very, very badly for you. And then you will have also built the thought in your mind that this is okay. And I'm looking at it, man, and this is not okay. So if I was you, I would get the fuck out of this ASAP. Now, to do that, you're going to have to let her down. And it's going to be hard because you're obviously attracted to her. She's probably a nice girl. She's probably a bit younger than you. And she's never had anyone say no to her before. That may be the case. Which means that you're just going to have to gently just knock her back. Just really gently knock her back. You need to, if you want to get really deep into the legal, you need to write down any time she comes up and flirts with you. Because you can tell me a story as a HR manager, or whoever the person is that's in charge of employment there and managing. You can tell me a story, but that's just a story, mate. If you've got a date and a time and a description of the event and multiple of those written down, that's evidence, right? So what that means is she comes up and flirts. You write it down, the date and time. Boring as shit, but it'll save your life in some scenarios. Then you knock her back. So she takes it bad. She comes up again and she does it again. Then she does it again. You write it down, right? Then if she goes to management or HR or one of the other staff members or even the shift supervisor and says something about it, you've got the evidence to back up. But you need to be honest. You need to be honest with the fact that she was flirting, you were flirting, then you changed your mind because you thought it was a bad idea, and then she kept going, right? If I was you, man, I'd get out. I know how much you want to. Oh, it's forbidden fruit. Oh, it's forbidden, but it's forbidden for a reason, okay? So don't do it. Don't do it. Oh, dude. Oh, I'm feeling for you, bro. You need to get out. I hope this video helps. Even though I laughed, I'm very serious about all of that. If I was in this position, I would shut this down right away, okay? I hope this helps, man. Good luck.